Hey everyone, welcome back. First off, if you're new to this channel, definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm going to show you guys a couple of trade ideas I sent out to the signals group. One broke even, one ran to target. I'll show you the thought process behind both trades and kind of why I did what I did. Right off the bat, I don't need to tell you guys this, but the market's pretty much bearish if I go to a higher time frame such as the daily. We've just had bearish price action all year. At some point, the expectation is price continues that direction unless we see something different on the fundamental side of things. For me, this particular, so I only trade New York too, by the way. In this particular day, I have the daily scenario and I have the hourly scenario. This is the last daily range. You guys can see it's rebalanced. Price came up, maybe seeking out to fill some more of this news inefficiency. I don't know. That's scenario one. This is the lower probability scenario, but if price turns bearish, I know that chances are all of this will turn into liquidity, but I don't want to make that assumption until price shows me that. So right off the bat, I have two areas of interest and I'm looking for buys. If my first area of interest fails, what I'll do is I'll sell and I'll break even at the next area of interest. So these are my lit lines. This is lit here because we took out the daily high. So my order's transferred here. So that's kind of a higher time frame lit. This is also lit here. This one's a little bit of a lower time frame lit, but basically you had the orders transfer here. This is your last sell range. So my expectation is that if buys are to continue, one of these two zones should show me something that buys are wanting to continue. If that's not the case and this zone fails, I can basically sell. If there's enough profits, I can close my trade here. If not, you break even and you basically go to the daily low. And this would be kind of my next area of interest. So with that in mind, again, I only trade New York. So I basically come in and so right off the bat, so this one a little past where I got in, but we get a news release at 5:30. I don't trade news, so I waited for this to happen to see what kind of reaction I would get at this lit zone. And basically I can go down to the 1 minute in this case because we're news in a news range. News are a higher liquidity injection. And basically, as of right now, you can kind of see we made a low, we pulled back, we broke this low here. This is confirming me that there's a possibility that price is seeking out lower prices. We're just going to wait for price to show us that and confirm that. And for me, the confirmation would be a break past this low. So, I could basically execute this on the first body break, which is not there. And this guy here, not yet. So this is the first trade I took. We sent this out to the signals group. If price is to continue down, to me, this news range is rebalanced. Price will likely not come higher than this. So this is kind of my invalidation point. I don't need to cover much above it. Because the next area of reaction is so close, I pretty much monitor price behavior around this area. So for me, this isn't enough to make the trade worthwhile. So what I do in a situation like this is I just break even really quick. And ultimately, I would be seeking out the previous day's low, which would be here. So that would be the idea. So even though we're bullish, on the hourly, there is a chance that the daily wants to seek lower prices and take over. At this point, this pretty much becomes my target because of where we got in, and this is a pure momentum trade, momentum with news. If we look at the market rhythm, it's not pulling back at all, so I can execute this. But yeah, because of where we get in, I can't hold risk for long, so you basically break even as quick as possible. Price gets here, I break even. At this point, it doesn't matter if price goes to target or not. Ideally, the daily low is the first reactive zone. This would be my POI. The next lit zone would be more ideal. So price doesn't end up reaching it. I think it went like 2 hours or something. Long story short, this guy broke me even. But then we're back to our next scenario. And the next scenario was that if this zone failed, we're going to still look for a buy from this zone and basically go in the direction of the hourly. So this was a pure momentum try. It didn't go. I did think about executing here with the momentum. I didn't because of this news release. I just don't like red folder news going through my stop. So with this in mind, I basically wait for price to realign. You can kind of see here, again, we have a news range that developed. By the way, this trade's already break even. Right now, what I'm looking for is clues that price wants to continue down or clues that price wants to continue up. And this being a news range, we're essentially looking to break out of it. So same thing we did here. So until that happens, there's really nothing for me to do. Again, I fast forwarded a bit much here, but let's just have a look at what this 1 minute scenario looks like. Ultimately, I break out of my range. This breaks me even on the trade, but with the momentum I have here, essentially I just want to see a pullback and a continuation if price is to continue with the momentum, or I wait for a pullback. All depends what I get. So here in this case, price has a slight pullback, continues. In this case, I execute this. If price is coming, by no means should it come lower than this. If it does, I'll basically take the loss and look for another buy if it realigns. This is again looking at the market rhythm. So my expectation is if price had fast momentum down, and if it shows me fast momentum up on the lower time frame, I can execute this. I also know that if price wanted to take me out here and basically come test prices on the lower end of things, that's also possible. So this is pretty much a trade idea worth taking to me. And this one ended up being over 3 hours, so I might have got in a little bit lower. All depends if this body broke. So this didn't. I likely got in when this candle was half closed or something, and I don't remember the exact stop size, but I know this is around the 3 hour. Worth taking. If it works out, it works out. And that's kind of realigning with the whole bias I had anyway. So for my targeting, because of where we're at in the range and because of what's currently possible, I still don't know what price is going to do here. The expectation's obviously the daily high. Here I had price basically transfer orders, and this to me could do one of two things. It could take the high, or it could come and kind of play in this range, and if that's the case and I get a breakdown, this would be a realignment of the daily order flow. This could happen this week. It could realign in the next day or 2 or 3, or this just continues bullish. Again, I'll just wait and see how things progress. So this was kind of the idea. Price did take a while to get there. So it went next London session. So I just held that. So that's kind of the trade idea on both the buy and the sell. So the sell went about 2R, broke even, never made TP. The buy got about 3R. It might have even been a little more. Like I said, I just I don't fully remember exactly where I executed. I just know I wait for the break of the range, show me momentum, pull back, break again. I'll enter basically if it's showing momentum. If the price did something like this, where it broke out, pulled back, broke out, pulled back, I would wait for the pullback and the rebalance of the lower time frame ranges to enter. Since price didn't do that here, I knew there was a chance it could run, and worst case scenario, I take this loss, price comes back, I re-enter and go in the same direction anyway. So that was the thought process on this one, and basically we'll wait and see what price does this week. I do believe the DXY will stay bullish. If that's the case, that'll likely drive price out of this range and into the lows. If this first one busts, I would kind of expect all of this to go. It's just stacked liquidity. That would be the highest probability setup. This doesn't have to play out right away. Price may do something like this, play around in here. Like, it could go sideways for a whole week. We know that the market doesn't have to do anything at any point. So as of right now, it's your 1 hour is still telling you to buy. If the 1 hour starts failing, I would basically turn around and short the nearest reactive zone. So until that happens, it's bullish. At some point, it's going to realign and likely go down. So that's kind of where we're at with GU. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. I'll try to do at least one of these a week so I can show you some of the trades that I send out to the signals group and basically what we're all about. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your day.